Real quick, before we start, we just wanted to say that we are in the process of revamping the Patreon, and one of the current plans is to put the most of or the entirety of the current season on Patreon to watch. We will still continue to release things, or we still plan to release things weekly, an episode a week, but if you want to watch more, or hopefully the whole thing, if I can get it all edited, you can patron and head over there and watch it along with us.
Yay!
So...
I wanna do real bad things with you.
Would you like my
I do.
True Blood shirt? We were cleaning out my storage unit and I found some
good.
old stuff. Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
This is So I'm Watching True Blood, Season 2, Episode 4.
Shake and Fingerpop. That's what it's called.
Shaken?
Shake and Fingerpop.
Shake and Fingerpop.
I think it's a dance. I think it's like a 50s, 60s dance song. I'm not 100% on that, though. That just is what it sounds like. If it's something nefarious, we'll find out, I'm sure.
Okay. The Fellowship of the Sun is happening. This is when... What the fuck was that? Okay, sorry.
Keep all of that.
Well, we open up with Jason coming back to his bunk, and
After having some Sarah's pudding.
and the other boys pretend that they were attacked by vampires, and then Luke uses it as an opportunity to dry hump and neck Jason.
I can smell that hot blood just under your skin. And cowboy, you smell awesome.
Also, you can't tell me it doesn't smell like hot ketchup in that room.
I was literally about to be like, the joke is on all of them because they're the ones that are now covered in ketchup. It was so stupid.
Hot, sweaty ketchup.
Sticky, sweet smelling, like vinegar. Ugh. I can't make up my mind with this Luke plot.
I don't remember being so vexed by it.
Well, they had a meet cute, and so I was expecting a very homoerotic and then misplaced anger.
Yeah.
Which is what we get. But the ratio is off.
It is.
To me.
He's too angry.
He's too angry too quickly. And
it was also immediate. There was really no build up to the anger. They were best friends on the bus, and as soon as they were going to bed that night in the dorm, he was enemy number one.
The homoeroticism needed to be more, which is very strange to say about True Blood.
Yeah.
But
or
it's
any vampire
there
show.
needed to be a scene where they're the best of friends and they're wrestling or something, and then Luke pops a boner and freaks out. And you know what I mean?
100%.
There needed to be one element more to it because it's just, and again, it's I know that there is an authenticity to what is happening. And, without spoilers, I remember where this storyline goes, but I don't know. And then this Jason stuff, it's not that, I definitely don't hate it. And again, it is authentic. People do get pulled into this kind of shit.
Yeah. Well, he was also already 75% of the way there just because of Bill and Gran and Renee and everything.
But I feel like his bond with Sookie shouldn't be at this place this way.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he couldn't ever get there.
But he should, because of what we know about his and Sookie's relationship through childhood up until the moment she met Bill, he should have enough respect and fondness for her that he would give her the chance to explain.
Well, and they've shared screen time since he hit her.
Yeah.
And so it's if that was...
And
if
he's
that
never apologized.
if that had actually fractured their relationship, then I I don't know. I definitely don't hate it, but I do not think it's the most optimal usage of these pieces.
And I remember feeling that way a little when we were watching this live, being like, this is good and all, but I think also season 1, like, it burned very brightly, very fast. And so season 1 was just sort of this like perfect encapsulation of like what we were looking for at the time. And then season 2, we just are sort of like, you know, I think we had an idea in our heads of what was going to happen, and then we were like, it didn't 100% do what we thought it was going to.
Well, and I love Steve and Sarah Newlin completely, but there's an element to them that I feel like, weirdly, for a show that was so provocative, that was so risque and pushed the line, I feel like they're the entire Fellowship of the Sunline, they're not pushing the line far enough.
Right.
Especially in a post fucking which Falwell?
Jerry Falwell.
Jr. with the pool boy?
Oh, maybe. Was
it them?
Did that happen before this?
No. After. Which makes it
after this?
Which makes it better, because if anything, you would think that they were ripping off reality, but no.
Sure.
We'll pretend it's Falwell because he deserves it, even if it wasn't him. But one of those like pious conservative Christian Republicans had a like cabana boy, and
that sounds right.
Well, it was for his wife. It was like a no. Well, we never fully got the line was so blurred, and it was like, I think it was a cuckold thing, but all around it was so suspect.
Yeah,
and it would be downright chic if they weren't such hypocrites.
Sure,
like I would be fucking get it, queens, all of you. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
And so I wish that the Steve and Sarah thing went just 2 Scotias further.
Sure.
Because again, mild spoilers.
Well,
I still don't know our reputation with spoilers with this coverage.
She should have actually tried to fuck him.
She does.
He hasn't taken that bath yet.
Yeah.
He takes a bath at one point, but it's still, isn't it sort of still unclear whether he's imagining it or not in that moment?
I don't remember. We're not there.
Okay.
But I was going to say, mild spoilers, both Sarah and Steve are on this show well past this season.
Yeah.
And they go a more standard, obvious cliche way with Steve, where I wish, like, I definitely think there should be a homoeroticism, but I think it would be more effective if it's as simple as he's just repressed and gay. That is just so rote.
Right.
So I wish it was almost just like, I don't understand. Are you trying to fuck me? Or are you trying to get me to fuck your wife?
Yeah.
Or are you trying to get her to fuck me? Or you? I wish there was
like what kind of weird Republican foreplay did I stumble
There
on?
needs to be just a little bit more across the board.
I'm on your team,
so
for sure with that.
But he has been recruited to the Sun Warriors, and he's staying in their house. And Jason had the good sense that when she came in, and she's covered, but it's like
for a white silky nightgown and robe. It's like bridal sexy.
Jason, are you nervous?
No. A little.
She comes in, certainly conservative bridal sexy, and Jason is like, has his jeans and his shirt open, and he's like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just like, it's not bad, but it's just,
under things.
Yeah, it's very, it is what it is. I think we might have said this a handful of times, but from here on out, we're in just full good Jessica territory.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I get the sense that the writers sort of gave the character over to Deborah, where they were sort of just like, from here on out, they're writing for her, for what she can do.
100%.
And I do love the metaphor of like Bill being a new father, and
he's so bad at it. Because that's where we actually open the episode.
Is he? I mean, he's not good at it.
At the very beginning, when he's like, you think he's gonna kill Hoyt.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm doing this for your safety. And Jessica gets so offended.
I like the gender swap.
Yeah.
I like that it's like, it's her libido that's the issue.
Yeah.
And
well, she also it was so sweet. She just was like, I'd never even kissed a boy before, and I could have just kept kissing him all night, and you had to come in and make it bad, and like.
Well, but then she was like, I didn't mean for my fangs to come out. They just came out when I got turned on.
Yeah.
And then she realizes that she said that. And I forgot
And
how
they're still out.
how funny and effective Sookie's role as new stepmom is. Even though she makes a lot of mistakes, it still is very good. I'm still in love with Sookie at this point, especially in any capacity other than with Bill.
Sure, absolutely. I don't know that I reach full Sookie saturation until like well into things with Alcide.
Sure, maybe, but with the benefit of hindsight, like as time progressed, we've kind of simplified it as Sookie was great in season 1 and then terrible and all the rest. And watching it again now, I'm like, this is actually still good Sookie.
It's still good.
She was so pretty coming out of the jet.
Yeah.
Eric sent them to Texas to see if they could find what happened to Godric, because Godric's gone missing.
Yeah.
And they have reason to believe he's in Texas. And
Well, he is the sheriff of Texas.
Right.
Or like area, whatever, in Texas. The Dallas area.
And so they discover in this episode that it seems that the Fellowship of the Sun has taken him.
Yeah, and because they sent Dean Norris to like get Sookie. I almost said Buffy. They sent him to like.
I mean, Satar player.
They sent him to steal Sookie from the plane when they landed, so that they couldn't find Godric.
Now, so this is this the literal? So the Fellowship of the Sun, is it like a denomination, or is it one specific building? Is this the one? Is it Steve and Sarah that have Godric? Or
I think
is it
so?
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's on the compound where Jason is.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I don't fully remember either, because I don't remember. There's like in the climax of the season, they're at a church, and I don't know if that church is in the compound or if it is separate. Yeah.
So the Fellowship of the Sun is like a cult. It's not like gospel or
It's
Baptist.
not. No, it's not,
okay.
and it's also not just that camp. There are other.
So then it is kind of like a denomination.
Sort of.
Okay.
But it is also a cult.
They deal with Dean Norris.
This is when Bill starts being a good new dad, because he teaches Jessica how to glamour Dean Norris. And she does, and she's actually pretty good at it. And then while Bill and Sookie are checking in at the hotel, she's with him across the way, and she makes him give her his cell phone. And then she says, okay, everything's gonna, because she starts scaring him too. She's like, everything.
All of your worst fears are about to come true.
Unless at the top of your lungs you shout this.
These accommodations are being covered by a third party, right?
Yes, sir. It's all being taken care of by Mr. Northman.
Becky Eubanks is a stuck-up poorlet. Jace, finger her in the church. Jessica!
She's new.
And she just starts cackling, and Bill's like, Jessica. It's very funny. I love it. I am obsessed with it.
I really like the hotel. I like the glamorous hierarchy of vampire life. I wish we got just a little bit more of it than we do.
Yeah.
Because I understand this is the Southern Vampire Chronicles, but it's like part of me is like, man, if this is what they're doing in fucking Louisiana, imagine what New York is like, or San Francisco, or like Paris. Like, that's mostly that there. Eric comes and sort of reaffirms the objective.
Yeah.
And Jessica orders a boy to eat.
Travis, I think.
Male, straight, B negative. Hi, I'm Travis.
That's for me.
And Sookie meets Barry.
Barry the Bellman.
Fuck, Barry. Just smile and act like it's a coincidence and keep your stupid mouth shut.
But it's not a coincidence, Barry.
Again, mild spoilers, but as I recall, he has so much potential that they do nothing with.
Agreed, yeah.
Barry, wait!
I think he's only in this season.
But it's like, I think he's in like 2 or 3 episodes, and that's it.
Yeah, it's not enough.
And it's like, because even the casting of him, I'm like, why did you cast that person? Because knowing what we know about it, I would have gone more standard model.
Yeah, like swap him and Travis.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the fact that they didn't do that makes me think there's a story here.
Yeah.
There's not.
No.
So I don't know.
Yeah, that's a bummer. You're totally right. That didn't even occur to me. And now I'm annoyed. Let's move on.
Well, we have like surprising issues with the writing.
Yeah.
But so then the Sam and Daphne still happening. It's perfectly.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's adequate. Like, but there is something about it that doesn't quite sizzle.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's his butthurtitude about life or.
Yes, cosign.
That's
what it is.
She's a little too like she needs to be just a little bit more aloof. I don't know. There's something.
She's coming on very strong in a way that it's like, I'm not sure you need to be coming on quite as strong as you are. And because we pick up with them where we left off in the previous episode too, they're still swimming in that disgusting lake.
Well, it looks fine. It's a gorgeous set.
Yeah.
But the reality of the situation, it's all up in their mouth.
Yeah.
Like
it's a no for me. But then, they're like working and then we find out like Tara moves into Sookie's while she's out of town and she's like
it's also apparently her birthday, but we don't find that out until like 5 minutes into the episode and it was very strangely framed. I was like, I feel like that needed to be what the episode was about.
Well, Sookie said, but I wanted to wish you happy birthday before I left. So like
that's the first we hear of it.
Okay, yeah. But so she's doing that, and then Tara tells Marianne that she's moving out, and
Marianne overplays her hand.
No, I'm gonna go live with Sookie.
What happened? You fit so well here, and you seem to be having so much fun last night.
I think everybody was having a little too much fun last night.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you.
Yeah, it's also I've pinpointed what I don't like about Marianne, and it's she's like standing there eating fruit, and she's meant to be having Tara is trying to have a serious conversation with her, and she's like,
I think I'm gonna be taking off.
You're taking off work? Fabulous.
I mean, you being here was always supposed to be temporary.
Everything's temporary, Tara.
I don't really want to dance right now, okay?
I'm so sorry to hear that you're leaving. And I'm like, fucking cool your tits, lady. She's so crazy.
It needs to be more subtle.
Way more subtle.
It worked for me fine when I was 22.
Sure.
But watching this now, I'm like...
I feel very like the commentary on Showgirls where I'm like, do you need a shot of something?
Why? Yeah, I'm like, did somebody lay catnip out? Like, what is going on? It's very... I remember it being more mysterious in a way that I'm like, oh no, they're just giving it. Like, she had the 3 fingers.
By the end of the episode,
so
she's got the claws, yeah.
Oh, so we're just doing this.
Yeah.
So anyways, she starts... Well, she continues just completely ignoring boundaries and stuff.
Yeah, so they just end up having like a humongous party at Sookie's house for Tara.
My favorite part is because everyone was holding presents, and I was like, who are these strangers bringing Tara a stranger present?
Yeah.
And then they mentioned that in the episode, and I kind of love that because that adds to the mythology of it all.
Mm-hmm. Like offerings, kind of.
I wasn't even going that far, and
Well, also then Letty Mae stops by the bar with a present for Tara. We will never find out what it is because
I'm remembering why I was confused about Letty Mae.
Marianne threw it in the bushes, and I'm like, I know that she's has not been nice to Tara, but if she's here trying to make some sort of amends.
And she did it very appropriately.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like you would think it would be well-intentioned but wildly inappropriate. And no, it just sort of...
And she also was like, she wasn't like, I'm going to go with you to this party and give it to you. Can you just give this to Tara? I don't know.
It looked reasonable.
Yeah.
It was pretty. It was silver with a pink bow. It wasn't too over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I know this is how Tara got into Marianne's clutches in the first place, but I just wish we didn't have the scene where Letty Mae abandoned Tara
in the jail.
Because it would be, I feel, because again, I remember being conflicted and almost sort of trying to be on Letty Mae's side in her own way.
Yeah.
And it's very strange. So Sam does bring it to her, and then Marianne seemingly knows what it is because they didn't tell her that it was from her, and Marianne just takes it and throws it in the bushes.
No, Sam does.
Oh, did he?
It's from her mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And she says the gift table's in there, and then
Okay.
she takes it off the gift table and throws it away. And I'm just sort of like, I don't know. And Tara also specifically was like, I didn't like how everything got last night at the other orgy. And then Marianne proceeds to throw an
kick it up a notch.
at Sookie's house. And
People are eating dirt. Like,
yeah. She's fucking Randy Sue over here.
No fucks with my hair! Ugh, don't you dare stop!
I wish.
It wasn't, but
I wish.
it should have been. Also, Andy is still going up against Bud and Kendra.
I forgot about how funny his obsession with the pig was. It's his white whale. I did remember that he stays fixated on it.
Yeah.
And the joke is on us. Yeah. Let me tell you.
Yeah. I just love that he kept calling it a hog.
Terry's in over his head, Terry special.
In the kitchen. And he also, that back and forth he had with Sam where he was like, aren't you leaving? And Sam was like, I'm not gone yet. And he was like, well...
Or like, I'm leaving later. Or,
weren't you supposed to have already left? And Sam just keeps saying, I'm not gone yet, or something like that. And it's just like, you're such a dick.
I thought you was leaving. Haven't left yet. That mean you ain't leaving? No, it means I haven't left yet. So you are leaving? Haven't left yet. Dumbass.
Oh, Tara has sex with eggs in the midst of Marianne's influence. Poor Tara.
I feel like that's
mostly it. I think that's pretty much...
Daphne knows... Well, she
what
says,
Sam
I know
is,
what you are. And spoiler, she does.
Yeah.
Because they didn't confirm anything. They went off.
And Sam saw the scratches on her back when she got out of the water at the beginning of the episode. Yeah.
So, it was a moving...
Oh, Eric fed Lafayette his blood. And then he started doing the worm.
Bang it, baby, bang it, baby, bang it, baby, bang it, baby. Ah!
It's amazing. I love it. I think it's just
Nelson's performance with the, like, he was popping.
Like, I just want to dance. And he just goes, how nice for you. I think it's just to keep him in pocket, right? Just to, like, keep him kind of, like, attached somehow. Yeah, it pays off, I think, if I'm remembering right.
So, okay. Well, that was episode 4. And we'll be back with episode 5, which, as I recall, is a particularly good one.
Maybe.
It's either 5 or 6.
Okay. Time Bomb?
No.
Okay.
Fuck your headphones. All right. Like and subscribe, comment, thumbs up, Patreon, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram.
Bye.